Hi BookTube. So this video is my plans for what I'm going to read this October. That always looks a lot easier when other people do it on their videos. So I'm going to talk in this video about my plans for October. There's quite a lot of really fun things going on that I'm going to take part in. So I wanted to share that with you. Firstly, continuing on in my Goodreads group, the BookTube Reading Buddies, I'm continuing my buddy reads of A Song of Ice and Fire. So we are going to be reading the second part of A Storm of Swords by George R.R. Martin, and I'm really looking forward to this. I'm enjoying it so far. I'm trying to read one of the books every month, and so far that's what we've been doing. So I hope this continues just the same. I hear it gets really good from here on in, even better than it has been, so I'm really excited about that. Also, as part of the same Goodreads group, I am taking part in a buddy read for The Queen of Tearling by Erica Johansson. I'm excited to read this. I wanted to read it before obviously the film comes out, and I've heard mixed reviews, so I'll be interested to see how this goes, but the book is really lovely. Bright red pages and a really nice black book with silver spine. So I look forward to reading that. I also belong to a real life book club, which is part of my Waterstones once a month, and this month we are reading The Deaths by Mark Lawson. This book is about a group of families that live in a well-off area in England. They have really good lives, and something horrific happens within the structure of their community and it shakes it. So I'll be interested to see if it's not something that I would normally pick up. It's been picked through the book club, but I like that. I like to try different things, and sometimes you find a hidden gem that you wouldn't have picked up otherwise. So I look forward to reading this. Another thing that's happening in October is on the BookTube Reading Buddies group on Goodreads. We're doing Spooky October. There's been voting and polls and nominations of books over the last few weeks, and they have now been narrowed down to a list of books which were nominated and seconded at least 4 times. Those books have been put into a long list, and we're all going to try and read as many as we can or as many as we want to over October, and there's a long list of various challenges taking place over the month, which should be really exciting and fun to do, and a couple of giveaways and things as well. This puts me really out of my reading comfort zone. I am a big fat scaredy cat. I don't watch horror movies. I have a massive overactive imagination, and so I tend to veer away from anything that might scare me, especially in books, because of using my imagination and my thoughts running away with me. However, there were 2 books on there that I thought sounded interesting and that I might be able to read without peeing my pants. So here is those books. The first one is I Am Not a Serial Killer by Dan Wells. I think this might be a young adult book. It's about a 15-year-old boy who believes that he might be a serial killer or have serial killer tendencies. The police are looking for a serial killer that is working in his hometown, and he is helping them to find this serial killer and trying to suppress his tendencies to want to become one. So I'll be interested to see how this goes. Hopefully it might be a little bit of a lighter push into the sort of horror type genre, spooky October reads, so we shall see. The next book I'm going to try from that list for October is Annihilation by Jeff Vandermeer. I really like this book cover from the library. These are all from the library, but it's a really lovely cover actually. I don't know if you can see. This is a story of a world where there's a certain section called Area X which has been cordoned off, where 11 expeditions have gone into it and never returned. So this is part of the 12th expedition in to see what is going on. I think it sounds interesting, hopefully a bit more science fiction thriller rather than too scary, but who knows, I'm going to give it a go. So that is all of the different book clubs and groups and challenges that I'm going to be taking part in October. But I've also got some other books that are on my want to be read list over the next month, so I thought I'd show you those as well. Firstly, after really enjoying Stillheart by Brandon Sanderson, I really want to try and get into some more. So I'm going to try and start the Mistborn trilogy, starting with Final Empire. I've heard really good things. This is all over BookTube. People seem to be reading it. So I'm hoping that, given I really enjoyed Stillheart, I should enjoy this too. So I'm going to delve into this, and I've also got the second one out from the library should I really enjoy the first one. Another book that's been all over BookTube is The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon. I've heard nothing but good things about this, so I really want to try and give it a go. This is a paranormal, perhaps fantasy book. It's set in the future in 2059 about Paige Mahoney, who works for the criminal underworld. I'm interested to find out. There's been lots of various reviews on this and a lot of people giving it 5 stars, so I thought I'd try it out and see for myself. So another one from the library for me to try. The last book that's on my radar for October is another George R.R. Martin book. It's one I nominated for the October Spooky Reads on Goodreads for the BookTube Reading Buddies, and unfortunately it wasn't seconded, but I thought, well, it's in the library, I'll get it out anyway, and it might be a spooky read for me to do in my own time. Fever Dream by George R.R. Martin. And from what I can gather from the synopsis on various websites and on Goodreads, this might be a vampire type tale, and I have heard that this is an excellent George R.R. Martin book. Given that I'm loving the Song of Ice and Fire series, I thought I'd give this a go and get into the spirit of October and Halloween. Anyway, bye for now BookTube, and I shall see you next week.